Hello, everyone, and welcome to Eduspark. Have you ever wondered why a feather falls slowly, but a rock falls quickly? Or why skydivers use parachutes? The answer is something called air resistance. Today, we're going to discover what air resistance is, how it works, and why it is so important in our everyday lives. Let's get started. Before we begin, let's look at today's learning goals. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to explain what air resistance is, describe how air resistance affects moving objects, explain why some objects fall faster than others, identify objects that are streamlined. Let's see if we can become air resistance experts today. Have you ever stuck your hand out of a car window while the car was moving? Did you notice your hand being pushed backwards? That pushing force is caused by the air. Even though we can't see air, it's made up of tiny particles. As an object moves through the air, these tiny air particles bump into it. The air pushes back against the object. This pushing force is called air resistance, and it is a type of friction. Just like rubbing your hands together creates friction, moving through air creates air resistance. Air resistance isn't just something that happens to airplanes. It happens every single day. When you run, air pushes against your body. When you ride a bike, you feel the wind pushing against your face. Skydivers feel lots of air resistance when they jump. Aeroplanes are carefully designed to reduce air resistance. Even Formula One race cars are built to cut through the air as smoothly as possible. Air resistance is everywhere, even if we don't notice it. Let's imagine you're riding your bike. As you move forward, your bike pushes through millions of tiny air particles. Those air particles push back against you. The harder you try to move forward, the harder the air pushes back. Think of it like trying to walk through a swimming pool. The water pushes against your body and makes it harder to move. Air works in a similar way, except we can't see it. Here's something interesting. The faster you move, the more air resistance you feel. Think about these examples. When you're walking, you hardly notice the air. When you're riding a bike, you can feel it. On a motorbike, the wind becomes much stronger. In a racing car, the air pushes back with an even greater force. So remember this important rule. The faster an object moves, the greater the air resistance. Now let's look at another important idea. Objects with a large surface area experience more air resistance. A parachute is a great example. When it opens, it becomes very wide. More air hits the parachute. This creates a large amount of air resistance that slows the skydiver down and helps them land safely. Flat sheets of paper also have lots of air resistance because they have a large surface area. So how do planes fly so fast? The answer is their shape. They are streamlined. A streamlined object has a smooth shape that lets air flow around it easily. This means there is less air resistance. Many fast-moving animals and vehicles are streamlined. Fish, dolphins, birds, airplanes, Formula One cars, even high-speed trains are streamlined. Streamlined shapes help objects move faster while using less energy. Let's do a prediction. Here we have two pieces of paper. One is flat, the other is scrunched into a ball. Which one do you think will hit the ground first? Take a moment to think. The answer is the scrunched paper. Why? Because it has a much smaller surface area. Less air hits it. That means less air resistance, so it falls faster than the flat sheet. Air resistance is very useful. Parachutes use air resistance to slow people down. Cyclists wear tight clothing and helmets to reduce air resistance and ride faster. Airplanes are carefully designed to reduce drag and save fuel. Formula One cars use special designs to control air resistance while still keeping enough grip on the road. Even spacecraft experience huge amounts of air resistance when they return to Earth. Without air resistance, many modern technologies wouldn't work safely. Now it's your turn to think like a scientist. Look at each object. Will it have more air resistance or less? A feather, a brick, a parachute, a paper plane, a tennis ball. Pause the video if you'd like some extra thinking time. Scientists often make predictions before doing experiments. That's exactly what you're doing right now. Let's see what you've learned. Question 1. Air resistance is a type of A. Gravity, B. Friction, C. Magnetism. The answer is B. Friction. Question 2. Which object has the least air resistance? The answer is the airplane because it is streamlined. Question 3. What happens when an object moves faster? Correct. It experiences more air resistance. Excellent work. Before we finish, let's review. Can you answer these questions? What is air resistance? Why do parachutes slow people down? Why are airplanes streamlined? If you can answer those questions, you've done an amazing job today. Thanks for learning with me here at Eduspark. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new science lesson. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye, everyone.